Hey guys, Dave from Cook and Share here. One of our viewers, Neil Francisco, requested we make up some pizza rolls. We went ahead and made these up. Oh my goodness, they were so good. This one's for you, Neil, so let's get started. The first thing we're going to do here is activate the yeast, and to do this we're going to combine a teaspoon of instant yeast with a third of a cup of warm water, and you want this at about 110 degrees. 2 teaspoons of sugar. So we'll just go ahead and give this a stir until everything is nicely combined. And set it aside in a warm place for about 5 minutes, just until it's foamy and bubbly. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what that's like. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and add 1 cup of all-purpose flour to a mixing bowl, followed by 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to take my whisk here and give everything a good stir until it's well combined. Now we're going to add in a tablespoon of olive oil. Remember I promised you I was going to show you the activated yeast? Well, this is about what it should look like, nice and foamy and bubbly. And I'm just going to take my spatula here and work this until a dough forms. Something like this, and if you find it's a little too dry, you can add some more warm water. If you find it's a little too wet, add a little bit more flour. And I'm just going to knead this, pulling it back and pushing it forward for about, I'd say 5 or 10 minutes. This is kind of my old fail-proof recipe for pizza dough. It seems to work really well every time, and this is going to give you about 1 medium-sized pizza. Of course, if you want to, go ahead and double the recipe. So we're going to go ahead and form this into a ball, and what you want is a smooth, elastic consistency, and this is just about perfect. Next, what you want to do is drizzle some olive oil into a bowl. And I'm just going to take my brush here and spread it out onto the bottom and over the edges. Place our pizza dough in. Brush a little bit more oil over the top. Put some trusty old cling wrap over the top, and you brush the top with oil just so when it rises it doesn't stick to the cling wrap. So what we're going to do is set this aside in a warm place. I usually put mine in the microwave for about an hour, just until it doubles in size. After about an hour, our dough is nicely risen, so I'm just going to kind of poke it in the center just to release the air. Then I'm just going to kind of take it and fold it into a ball. The great thing about this pizza dough is you can put it in the fridge for a couple of days, or you can even freeze it. But I'm going to use mine right away, so what I'm going to do is lightly flour a surface. Place the dough on and sprinkle a little bit more flour over the top. I'm just going to use my hands here, and I'm going to kind of form this out into a rectangle shape. Then I'm going to take my trusty rolling pin and roll it out until I'd say it's about 9 inches wide by 11 inches deep, somewhere in that neighborhood. So it looks something like this. This is just about perfect. Alright, so we're going to start building our pizza roll, and to do this we're going to start with the sauce and just swirl it out, and you want it about 1 inch from the outer edges. I should mention that this is our very own homemade sauce, and we have a video of it, so I'll put a link right there on the right hand side. You see it? Okay. Sprinkle some ooey gooey mozzarella over the sauce. Next, everybody's all-time favorite pizza ingredient, the pepperoni. You don't have to use pepperoni, you can use ham or whatever you want. Some red bell peppers. You don't have to use red bell peppers, you can use green or whatever you want. I just like the sweetness they give out. A few finely sliced onions. A few sliced black olives. And last but not least, some freshly chopped basil. Of course, you don't have to use these ingredients, you could add your own. This is just the way I like my pizza. Okay, so what we're going to do now is start at one end and roll the pizza up until it forms into a log shape, something like this. Once you've done that, go ahead and pinch the seams shut so they seal nicely. Grab a good sharp knife, and I can't stress enough guys that you want your knife really good and sharp, and we're going to cut these into about 1-inch pieces. Now we're going to set the pieces onto a baking tray that I've simply coated with some baking spray. And slip them into a 425 degree Fahrenheit preheated oven. By the way, that's about 220 degrees Celsius for about 18 minutes. While the pizza rolls are baking, don't forget to click that subscribe button and you'll never miss a video. After about 18 minutes, our pizza rolls look and smell fantastic and you're ready to serve. I usually serve mine up with a bit of extra pizza sauce in a bowl just for dipping. These make a great finger food, they're an instant hit at parties, and believe me guys, these are just awesome. Head on over to cookandshare.com for this recipe and many more great recipes. And don't forget to click to subscribe and like our videos. Thanks for watching and see you next time.